Film Room Zay Flowers edition. Big shout out at Bruce Kenderson1 on Twitter for the request. Super excited for this one. Zay Flowers is electric. I've kind of gotten the sense after having some conversations on Twitter that I might be a little higher on Zay Flowers than the consensus. Right now, he's my wide receiver 5 in this class and ranked 10th among the 2023 draft class overall. Just for some quick highlights before we get into it, Flowers has an insanely quick release, and he shows really good route technique and nuance. He has great contested catch ability for his size, elite burst, and serious yak ability. We're going to see all of that on this play. Let me get out of here and let's show you what he's got. We're going to see this play from both angles, but really absolutely awesome yak ability right here. You just see the shiftiness, right? Quickness, ability to evade defenders. And then you can even see that he has that kind of start-stop ability there at the end. You see him come across the formation here at the bottom. You see his helmet there. Just kind of sits down in the zone. Has to get down on that ball. I mean, he deals with absolutely atrocious QB play. But with this one here, you just see how quick he is from the catch to run transition. Like, you just see he's immediately at top speed, slows down, gets around the defender. And then even here, that kind of high step. He just shows pacing when running through his routes, just all over the field. He's able to kind of start and stop quickly. Just see it one more time right here, how quick he goes from the catch to the run. Boom. Top speed. Acceleration is just, burst is just elite. So look, not every play has to be a target for it to be a good rep, right? Sometimes I just like to see what these guys are going to do, even when the ball's not coming their way. And on this one, I just think he does a good job of pressing into the defender. You'll see what I mean, and I'll talk through it. Defender kind of presses up on him. And you see how he leans into the defender here, which is going to give him much more space to cut outside if he wants to. And the play just kind of breaks down, doesn't go to him, so he kind of just fades off. But come back here. Goes kind of up and out is kind of the way he's leaning right now. You see that? And then he's about to lean back inside, roll back inside. I just think he does a good job of that, and I think he's going to create space for himself that way. So we'll see tons of great plays going forward where he uses this kind of technique and really gets himself open and earns targets. Okay, now we're going a little ways back. This is Pitt 2020. We were just looking at Clemson 2022. But on this one, I just think absolutely nasty route, head fake, double move. Almost looks Lockett-esque on this one. I don't know. Just check this out. Leans inside. Look at him looking outside right here. Boom. Cuts inside. I mean, absolutely loses the defenders. Touchdown. So you can see him right down here, bottom left. Oh, the move. And look at him looking at the outside there, right? Leaning his body outside. And then just bursts inside. And he puts on that little move there, right? Boom. And you can see down here at the bottom, the defender's head is turned. He has them all turned around. And he's just way too fast for these guys. Great catch, touchdown, easy money. Here's just an absolutely great route, shoulder head fake, and sharp burst into the break with a contested catch touchdown. I mean, let's see it. Look at this route here, good release. Head fake again, and you can see he leaves this defender already. The guy is just lost on an island out here. Doesn't know what he's going to do. Contested catch, touchdown. Small guy, but he's able to box him out, and that's impressive. Small dude, but he's able to box him out here. Strong. You can see he has a really strong base. But here, let's watch it from the release again. This head fake, just sharp burst into the break, and then the touchdown. Look at the release come off the line here. I mean, boom. It's that move. Look at him leaning outside, looking outside, and then cuts, sharp cut. And the defender actually stays on his hip, but no can do. Top of the screen, check out the release and burst off the line here. And then the burst at the, oh my God. And I want you to see this. The burst right here mid-route where he almost lets up and then he's just able to accelerate right back to full speed. And that's really where he creates the separation on this route. You can pretty much define it as late separation here. Right there. Boom. That little like jab step he makes. Bam. Right there. Doesn't make the catch here. Good defense. But absolutely filthy route. Check out this absolutely filthy route technique right here. Look at this plant. Out. Look at this plant when he breaks off at the stem for the out route. Oh, and the yak ability instantly stops on the sideline. I mean, just look at that. Are we really doubting this kid because he's small? Haven't we learned yet in the NFL size doesn't matter anymore? I mean, look at this. Instantly stops on a dime. And the ability to drag the feet Hop, skip, and jump around. I mean, are you kidding me? See you later. You can head to the locker room. Catch you in the parking lot. Nope. Not today. Wow. Instant stop and start ability. Acceleration and deceleration, just insane. Okay, this one here to me exhibits how Zay Flowers is a deceptive route runner. I think he's a technician at the heart of it, to be honest with you. Just look at how he puts these moves on these guys mid-route. Again, that fake to the outside with the head really sells it. I mean, the defender absolutely turned around, doesn't know where he's going. I mean, this guy needs a map. Come on now. I mean, yeah, you could say this is bad defense, but I think that's an absolutely fantastic route. Out, up. Accelerates through it. Loses no speed. All right, we're back in 2022 against Notre Dame. I mean, you just got to feel bad for the kid. Playing out of his mind, and his quarterback can't get him the ball half the time. Here's a good press release, but the ball's at his feet. All right, we're just going to see him win off pure speed. I do think he shows pretty good hands here and concentration down the sideline. And he does have good awareness of spacing for sure. I mean, you could see it. He uses the sideline, he uses the defenders. Really good catch there. Going to see a nice whip route here from Flowers. Real good turn. Just really smooth in that transition and that turnaround, right? Really doesn't lose speed there. It's pretty impressive how he doesn't lose speed there, turning a full 360 around. So one thing that you don't see Zay Flowers do a lot of on film, and you may have noticed that in watching what we've been going through this whole time, but he doesn't really have many comeback routes to the inside or outside. And I actually had a conversation with my buddy Jagger on Twitter at Fantasy Blue Chip, and how this may be more about the quarterback because it's a timing thing. It's, you know, the ball needs to get there with some velocity, and this quarterback just can't really do that. But on this one here, you see him kind of slip on a comeback route, one of the few I actually saw on film. And I'm not sure if it's something that he can't do or something that is just more the quarterback, but I think I'm gonna lean that as the quarterback. So I have no doubt Zay Flowers can sit down and run comeback routes. I just don't think they used him well in college, and they can use him much better in the pros. But here you even see that start-stop ability in the snow. I mean, look at that. Look at him dip his hips here, right? Like he's going to cut inside. Loses very little speed, if any at all. And gets around the defender for extra yards. I mean, that's impressive stuff. It really is. I mean, these are things that not everybody can do. And you can see it from here. So he may have some trouble with size in the NFL, with really physical coverage in the NFL, but it just doesn't show up on tape. And here you're just going to see a ridiculous contested catch for a touchdown. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't even think he believed he caught the ball here. Is his size going to be a problem in the NFL? I don't know. I don't really think so. He's able to make contested catches. He's a dog. He gets into it. He's not afraid of contact. So he just might be one of those outliers. And he used that move again where he's going to fake outside and go inside. And double coverage didn't really matter. Here's route running gets him open again. Just great technique. Look at this. Fake outside, inside, turns the defender around. How many times do we need to see this before we know that he's absolutely elite at this kind of stuff? He's a gifted route runner. First of all, he fights through contact right here. Leans inside. Then leans outside, looks outside, fakes. Bam. Bam. Bursts inside. Leaves the defender in the dust. I mean, that is all him right there. That's all Zay Flowers. And just look here how creative he is with the ball in his hands. Doesn't really do anything special to get himself open. Gets the ball sideline again. That instant start-stop ability and just that shiftiness to create those extra yards after the catch. Stop. Inside. Stop. Back inside. Outside. Inside. I mean, he made 3 guys miss. Okay, here's the one you've all been waiting for. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. It's the drop. Oh, it's the concentration drop. I mean, I had to search far and wide for it, guys. I had to search far and wide for this. I don't know. You saw all the other plays, you know. I think he has pretty good hands, definitely above average hands. We see great players drop the ball all the time in the NFL. I think he has above average hands, and I don't think there's anything to worry about. So, after going through the film, if you're not thinking what I'm thinking, and that is why is everybody so down on Zay Flowers? And if it's just size, then I'm not really concerned. I mean, for me, he grades out above average from separation to hands, elusiveness, yak ability. I mean, he's just an all-around wide receiver, and the only issue is his size. And I really don't think that that is a big problem in the NFL these days. I think they're willing to take chances on these guys and put them in positions to succeed. So I'm pretty excited about Zay Flowers. Again, he's ranked my wide receiver 5 overall in this class, which is pretty high. So after going through the tape, I just don't see that many flaws with Zay Flowers' game. If size is the only thing that we're really concerned about, then I think we're just worrying about the wrong things. The NFL doesn't seem to care about size these days. If you possess elite traits, they will take shots on you. And I really do think that Zay Flowers possesses some elite traits. He's certainly above average in almost every category, from separation to route running to yak ability, elusiveness. He's just an all-around wide receiver. And really the only true issue is his size. Can he beat the physical defenders in the NFL? I think that he can. I think he shows contested catch ability. I don't think his hands are a really big issue. And I know that you can go find some drops and you can say the numbers are there, but drops really aren't an issue in the NFL. We see guys like Deontay Johnson with those numbers, and it just doesn't matter as much. If you're a great receiver and you can get yourself open, you are going to earn targets and you're going to produce in the NFL, and you're going to produce fantasy points. So for me, I already said he's my wide receiver 5 in the class right now. That could change if he just absolutely tanks in the draft or something like that, but I don't quite think that's going to happen. Right now, his film grade falls as wide receiver 2 in this class, right under Jackson Smith and Jigba, and there's actually a pretty big gap between JSN, him, and the rest of the class. JSN is definitely far and away better than him and much more likely to succeed no matter what, but those two are really close, or a lot closer than I thought they would be, and there's a much bigger gap than I thought there would be between them and the rest. Even Jordan Addison, Josh Downs, Quentin Johnson, who definitely is closer to them than the rest. Quentin Johnson definitely is closer to them on the film grade. But there's some questions in his game too for me that really are. So maybe I'll drop a film review on him as well. But I got a couple other requests that I'm going to get into. A.T. Perry, Jaden Reed. But yeah, I'll definitely get into some of these other guys and reach out to me on Twitter if you want to see somebody specific. Thanks for watching, and if you like what we're doing at the Dynasty Football Factory YouTube channel, please subscribe and follow me on Twitter at WillieBeaman DFF. Later.